Welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel, everyone. This is Rich making another video on XRP today. As usual, we're going to talk about XRP today, so I hope everyone is having a fantastic day wherever they are in the world. I must begin by mentioning this article from Payment Infrastructure News. Although the majority will soon upgrade, around half of central banks have not yet incorporated ISO 222 into their RTGS systems. The payments benchmark 2025 data demonstrates this is what I believe will occur. Even though some of these banks put things off until the last minute, they will all need to have it in place or risk being removed from the system overall. The banks are no longer awaited by the BIS. They aren't holding out for SWIFT. This is now moving forward at speed. We are all aware of which cryptocurrencies are ISO compliant, but tokenizing this source of this information. After the first half of 2025, the enterprise DLT space has been growing quickly. The most notable events from the previous 6 months are listed below. Q&T, Oracle's blockchain platform, is over Ledger. That is significant since Oracle has 420,000 subscribers and will need to hold Q&T, which has just over 14 million consumers, once they begin using the Quant network. For the digital euro, the Euro Central Bank employs over Ledger. HBAR Arrow Technologies uses Hedera and joins the council. Hedera, Acacia, Shortlist, RBA, and CBDC project. Hedera is likewise making rapid progress. Hedera is currently surrounded by a lot of growth, and when alt season starts, HBAR will be another cryptocurrency that surprises a lot of people in this industry. Despite little price movement on the HBAR, the bear market has had a lot of momentum. Time for HBARs is approaching. XTC for paperless transactions. JP Morgan uses an NGO. Institutional MMFs are brought on to XTC through our checks. After the US makes a significant push toward digital trade, XTC will start to make significant progress. And that's coming, I believe. In my opinion, the tariffs also apply to digital trade. However, they will want to do away with all paper and trade. Only a matter of time will pass. After that, XTC will be fantastic. It is a giant that sleeps. XLM, CWC's stablecoin on Stellar, Sosh Gens, Mika. Stellar was connected with PayPal's PYUSD. Additionally, Stellar is spreading out. You must keep in that XLM was always the money of the people. In other words, although it goes much beyond that, it was always intended to be used for person-to-person transactions. Additionally, tokenization is included into Stellar, so a cryptocurrency like XLM will undoubtedly profit once tokenization gains significant traction. Also, XLM usually runs alongside XRP. XRP+RUSD is approved by the Dubai International Financial Center. The US Strategic Crypto Reserve lists XRP. We are all aware of that now. Another development regarding XRP is that businesses are now establishing XRP treasuries. As we move forward, that will be very significant. Twin Foundation inked an MOU with the Institute for Global Change as part of the expansion of IOTA's TLIP with the World Economic Forum. With AI, IOTA is likely to start to get a lot of momentum. Blockchain and the fifth industrial revolution are combining. IOTA would be very successful. In that regard, in other words, Industry 4, smart homes, smart cities, and the Internet of Things, IOTA also offers feeless transactions. It's a sleeping giant once more. On Algorand, chess IDs are issued by Algo and World Chess. On Algorand, Enel Group is tokenizing solar energy. Algo will gain from tokenization as well. One of the best cryptocurrency ecosystems is found in Algorand. One of the best cryptocurrency ecosystems is found in Algorand. It's enormous. And once more, there was a lot of growth throughout the bear market without any discernible changes in the price of Algo. Alt season is going to be fantastic for all of these cryptocurrencies, in my opinion. Algo is no exception. And then there's ADA. I think that because Charles has changed in so many ways, ADA is beginning to gain a lot of traction. He's working to make Bitcoin more usable and open up a lot of other options. Here's another one though, using Ondo and Chainlink for payments. Ondo Finance collaborated with MasterCard, MTN and JP Morgan. We already have a lot to look forward to in H1 2025. Although I never truly discussed Ondo in a whole video. I do hold Ondo. It's another fantastic coin and I believe it will have a fantastic run when alt season starts. It's also beginning to get a lot of integration. I'm curious to see Ondo's next move. However, ISO 222 does not yet include it. Since I believe that the ISO cryptocurrencies will have and benefit from ISO being online, I have been making a lot of effort to convince others that this is what they should be looking at. Within ISO messaging, all of them can be applied. And that's a game changer in my opinion. believe it will bring us a great deal of benefit. People are arguing on X because they haven't realized how large this is yet. Regardless of what they attempt to say, it will soon be visible to them. Tribalism is acceptable until the government dictates what we can and cannot own, according to John Deaton. Listen to this out. They should refrain from selecting winners and losers. You don't just declare something unlawful after allowing it to trade for 7.5 years. And then we saw it unfold. So many people hoped it would be an isolated incident, don't they? Either it had to do with XRP or just Ripple. An appellate court declared that they were arbitrary and capricious after we witnessed the spot ETF, Bitcoin, being rejected. Therefore, I believe that in general, even Bitcoin maxis were saying, okay, sometimes the government is a bad actor and it's okay if someone fights them. It's cool then. Have you discovered that despite it not being on behalf of Bitcoin, you genuinely receive praise and support for outwitting the SEC? Correct. However, the same people would advise you to purchase Bitcoin and completely avoid the government. What sense does that make then? I had the impression that tribalism was acceptable as long as it wasn't the government, but in reality, it doesn't happen very often. Letting us know what we can and cannot own, as well as what we may purchase. However, there are still some people who believe that you aided XRP or Ripple, and I respond, no, I think it's honorable to fight the government, to fight Elizabeth Warrens of the world. Since Johnny Deaton done that, I've felt the clip was fantastic. He supported Ripple's resistance to the US government, while the government was simultaneously quite anti-crypto. However, Bitcoin Maxi continues to give him a lot of crap over it. Oh, you supported XRP and the Ripple team. Don't you see that Ripple was battling for the entire cryptocurrency community? And you know what? Bitcoin is a type of cryptocurrency. It is a digital money. It isn't superior to anything else in the cryptocurrency market. The majority of people would actually consider it to be a dingy variant of XRP, the real Bitcoin. And since David Schwartz delivers the real truth about Bitcoin, I'll show you a clip of his remarks in this video. Therefore, you are already priced out of the future if you believe that XRP will never reach $10,000, 0 cents. I would also concur with that. In any case, anyone who can't see past a $3, 0 cents or $10, 0 cents XRP will sell much too soon. Over time, they will eventually be priced out of XRP as the majority of them sell, because XRP is designed to be a high value cryptocurrency. Its value will continue to grow beyond $100, 0 cents, at $1,000, 0 cents. It won't end there. And the majority of people can envision it reaching $10,000, 0 cents eventually. Some believe it will occur at the instant of the switch being flipped. Many believe it will happen once XRP launches on all those Ripple rails and the banks exit the private ledger testing phase. You're missing the broader picture. No, if you can't imagine XRP reaching even $500, 0 cents, when you notice that XRP has reached $10, 0 cents, or $12, 0 cents, you will sell. However, the truth is that XRP was created with the intention of helping everyone on the globe. It will definitely not be a low-cost cryptocurrency. Dominance of XRP on the XRP ledger. XRP holds a special and privileged position as the native cryptocurrency. The only asset available to any account is XRP. No risk of counterparties. Pathfinding gives XRP liquidity first priority. XRP pairs are favored by auto bridging. Transaction fees are the only usage of the asset. Only to issue tokens on the XRP ledger can be frozen. XRP cannot. You cannot freeze XRP. And pathfinding prioritizes XRP liquidity, but RLUSD can be frozen. And if they were positioning RLUSD to become the digital dollar and be used by the banks, they would probably want to have that option in place. Every transaction that passes through the XRP ledger will search for liquidity in XRP. Because of this, XRP has